Still Life Exhibition, Gallery 1, 26 pieces. Still Life 1, Backpack. The bike lay in the grass, that long, long grass. Backpack, tennis shoes, baseball hat. A spill against the green. Still life that, until he needs the hat, or the rubbers in the pack. Still Life 2, Car. Still life now, that silver bulk, compacted with a smear of black, where the fire closed its mouth and bit. Still life now, the car that yesterday killed 3. Still Life 3, No. Nothing moving, not even a blink. All is silent, but for the tick of an invisible clock. All is silent, since you said no. Still Life 4, Golden Rule. The children are in school, and life, still life, is giving back the golden rule. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Still Life 5, Kiss. And while that kiss lasted, that one single kiss, while it pressed and agonized, all else stopped and disappeared, all else but it, the life in that kiss. Still Life 6, Asleep. Still life, the man asleep, the one who knocked her out, the one who tried to do good, but who never could. Still Life 7, Listening. Still, between the beats, still life, but nothing like Manet or Cézanne. That machine is silent as much as it speaks. My heart, that machine, it listens. Still Life 8, Blue. It was like any bunch of fruit in a cut glass bowl, except for the creeping mold. That blue was truly exceptional. Still Life 9, No Moon. The night was black, no stars, no moon. There was no room within that black, nothing, no crack to it, just still, just that. I lost my balance. Still Life 10, Bread. All the disparate instruments of mourning lay out on the board with a serrated knife. A still life, till the bread is cut, that smell uniting, animating all. Unseen, it is a kind of life to this otherwise still life, so that when the area is cleared up again, that smell continues on, even when stripped down to just an empty board, even then, that still life again. Still Life 11, Church. They sat in the church as if listening, as if caring. They tried to keep their feet from jiggling, tried to keep from coughing, from sniveling. They tried to see the others without judging. But then there were the hymns, the stale, heavy breathing, the scent from suits and dresses. They tried to focus on the images, tried to feel the spirit, but they could not if there and still 100 years. Still Life 12, Dates. Faster, more frenetic. They disgorged their life stories, gestures, nodding affirmations, rapid headshake nose. The whole restaurant was doing the very same. Nothing was happening. It was a popular place for dates. Still Life 13, Bananas. The TV lit their faces. It lit the arcade figures they had won, one summer at the beach, the books from mother and father when they passed, condensed books, perfect like soldiers in a row. It lit the unlit lamps like lichens on one side. It skimmed the ceiling, it highlighted the knobs in the rug, it glossed the bits of floor and swaths of glass it found. It left its ghost on them, young and old, still as bananas in a basket. Still Life 14, Observer. From this height, this distance, the great city below appears as a geologic wonder, a shoulder of crystals grown but alone and undiscovered. And the activity there? The people and their allness from here are invisible. A still life then, where no one matters but the observer, unmoved and never near. Still Life 15, Reverie. The books, stacks and shelves of them, the newspapers marked, the journals folded back, the magazines strewn which way, the auction catalogues, the computer lit and still, all scream silently, all clamor, all want, like a man in reverie in a bar with a window near, and all more cubist than Picasso or Brock. Still Life 16, Tightrope. The tent was full and fully still. No one coughed or breathed aloud. Fathers and their sons, girls, hauled up and perched on bigger knees, bleachers up, but nowhere near as high as the tightrope and the barefoot guy. A single drum roll, that's all, dared luck and fate and gravity. Secretly, each one wondered. Secretly, each one wanted him to fall. Still Life 17, Waiting. The presents were there to be wrapped, stacked at one end of the table, the paper, tape, and ribbons at the other. They were waiting to be changed from simple, concrete, real to surprise. They were waiting to be transformed, to be turned into delight. Still Life 18, Question. When he looked up, the blue was still and light, azure, he supposed, a long, wide, colored thing, a stillness tinted so that it would be detected and known. And then, like an unanswerable question that is nevertheless asked, a small ball-like cloud shot past and was gone, so that the stillness then was lost to thought. But silent, pointless thought, just that. Still Life 19, Time. The shadows were on the snow, moving, elongating, so slowly, so silently, like time, that they constituted a still life if seen. Haggard, leafless, ghostly trees. A still life like time, unnoticed until it's over. Still Life 20, Intent. The lovely woman looked out from the calendar, staring forever, robe partly parted. But at what? With what intent? Guess, to bring her back to life. Still Life 21, Shoes. All the walking these shoes do, lined up and still now against the closet wall, waiting for a foot is all. What for us? What to fill us? What will lift and move us in this way? What is it? What are we waiting for? Still Life 22, Stairs. The stairs are the way, the map of possibility, all there in 3D, but are not the thing. not without you. They themselves never really do a thing. Still life 23, repetition. Over and over and over, again and again and again, movement, conversation, work of a sort, a still life of a kind. For though moving, nothing within it is changing. Repetition, a very real stillness of its own, rhythm without music, monotone. Still life 24. Just when you want it to, it won't hold. You try to hide, to duck it, but it keeps on like a neighbor with a mission. You try to run, but it runs too. You try to laugh, to charm it, try to understand or explain it, but it is unaffected, not amused or dissuaded. Like a dog, it keeps on, right for you, on and on. The end, that stillness, right for you, with a big wet tongue. Still life 25, porcelain. The reflections on the porcelain, still, unmoving, where the man sits and sits, the stillness of the paper roll, the wall of tiles, regular in the way a calendar speaks of lives, the light from above, a little overexposed, the unpleasant cold that holds him, does not yield or change. He drums his fingers, scowls, anticipation, demand, anger even, and still it is all stillness. Still is all there is. Still life 26, goodbye. The gurney with the sheet pulled to the top, the lump tucked and standardized beneath, the hospital room with the smell of disinfectant and some function less appealing, the soundless television like a candle burning, the sirens always approaching, the nearest there to a choir singing, this stiff, still picture of goodbye, too hard and real for any eye.